Good evening. Today, the topic for today is email security. It involves ensuring the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of email messages as well as safeguarding against phishing attacks, spam, viruses, and other form of malware. It can be achieved through a combination of technical and non-technical measures. Excuse me. Email is usually exposed as it travels from node to node along the internet. Furthermore, the privacy of an email message can be compromised on the sender's or receiver's side without any warning. Email is subject to interception and modification at many points from the sender to the recipient. Monitoring email. Network administrators and ISPs can monitor traffic for normal business purposes such as to measure traffic patterns or to detect spam. Organizations usually must advise user of this monitoring, but the notice can be small sidebar in a personal handbook or the fine print of a service contract. Organizations can use the monitoring data for any legal purpose, for example, to investigate leaks, to manage resources, or to track user behavior. Network users should have no expectation of privacy or email or general computer use. Anonymous pseudonyms and disappearing email. In some cases, it may be essential that the sender has to send an anonymous mail. As with telephone calls, employees sending tips or complaining to management may want to do so anonymously. Free email addresses are readily available from Yahoo, Microsoft Hotmail, and many other places, and several services offer disposable addresses too. People can treat these addresses as disposable, obtain one, use it for a while, and discard it by ceasing to use it. Simple remailers. Another solution is a remailer. A remailer is a trusted third party to whom you send an email message and indicate to whom you want your mail sent. The remailer strips off the sender's name and address, assigns an anonymous pseudonym as a sender, and forward the message to the designated recipient. The third party keeps a record of the correspondence between pseudonym and the real names and addresses. If the recipient replies, the remailer removes the recipient's name and address, applies a different anonymous pseudonym, and forwards the message to the original sender. Such a remailer knows both sender and receiver, so it provides the pseudonym and anonymity. Multiple remailers. A more complicated design is needed to overcome the problem that the remailer knows who the real sender and receiver are. The basic approach involves a set of cooperating hosts, sometimes called mixed master remailers, that agree to forward mail. Each host publishes its own public encryption key. Mixmaster can only send emails one way. Disappearing email. Some services claim to protect your privacy by enabling disappearing message. That is, you can use a service to send a file, a photo, or message that the service destroy as soon as it reaches its destination. Email copies can remain with the recipient at an intermediate point, forwarding it in time. Another technique is spoofing and spamming. Email spoofing is a technique used in spam and phishing attack to trick users into thinking a message came from a person or entity they either know or can trust. Phishing is a form of spam in which the sender attempts to convince the receiver to reveal personal data such as banking detail. The sender enhances the credibility of a phishing message by spoofing a convincing source address or using a deceptive domain name. Email spam. Email spam, also referred to as junk mail, spam mail, or simply spam, is an unsolicited message sent in bulk by email. The process is called spamming. So we come to the end of this video. We'll see in the next video. Thank you.